been a long time coming. We've been planning this for quite some time, but it is great to be back with the Republic of Players podcast. We're into season 2. We have
Over the hill.
Mr. Paddy Toner. How's things, Paddy?
Mr. Ronan Fox. I'm good. How are you?
I'm keeping well. I'm glad that we're back doing this. I know we've been planning it since before the Christmas, but it took a little bit of prep. We have a new overlay. We're looking a little bit polished, and yeah, we're ready to rock. Talk about all things gaming. Yeah, a little bit blue. We've synced up with the blue background. Unintentionally, of course.
I missed the memo.
Yeah.
I'm more purple, in fairness.
Yeah, you're nearly there. John Fogarty, what's happening, John?
Yeah. Not much, just chilling. Hoping my internet doesn't crap the bed as usual. You know the way.
Yeah,
the usual.
We'll get through it anyway. It's good to be back, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Aidan, what's happening, Aidan?
Not too much. I'm delighted to be back. Missed this. Missed you all.
Yeah, we all missed it.
It feels like it does feel like an age since we've been back on, but
does anyone feel rusty? I feel like
a little bit rusty, a little bit nervous. Do you ever get that kind of sinking feeling in your stomach?
I had a little bit of practice in the middle, but yeah.
Rusty. I think we're going to change the name to Over the Hill podcast.
Over the Hill, yeah.
Over the Hill.
Over the Hill is the perfect name for it.
We actually don't even play games anymore.
No. We're just hoping that we make some new people out here to make some friends. Please, if you're out there, just one friend a week.
So we're definitely talking. Are we talking 9-10 months more since we did the last one?
Yeah. See, there's a couple of things that happened. The children came along.
Yes.
Ronan had an extra child. He's about 50 of them now. And, I had an extra
child. He's starting my own esports team soon.
Yeah, it feels like 50, but it's only one girl, but it feels like 50. So they kind of took our time up. I'm done now. I'm getting the old whip wop. So I'm done. Don't tell the missus. She's probably watching, but don't. So no, back to the podcast.
You got the back and get it done.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That's a scoop anyway. Hopefully she's not watching.
Scoop.
We've got some
That's a scoop. This just in. Paddy's getting snipped.
Yeah. Snippy.
Yeah, so time has been a Guinness, as they say. It's been it's been a little bit hectic year, but it's been good. I think obviously coming out of COVID and lockdowns, time just seems to really sped up again, and I think getting back into the routine of working and obviously having the kids as well, time just has disappeared. I mean, last year just absolutely flew by, but thankfully I got a lot of gaming, still gaming away. Never really kind of put it down. Haven't done as much streaming or content creation as I'd like, but now that this is back, hopefully we can really get back to creating some content with you guys and just building the community again. Like it's really buzzing over on the Republic of Players, and it's great to see it ticking along, even though the podcast and the content isn't flowing. So we want to obviously give back to the community. There's been a lot of people that have been messaging us, asking even on the community that when's the podcast coming back. Well, we're back. It's going to be a change in structure as well, so a lot of people wanted just to hit them with the news first. Now we have to warn you, the news has not been pleasant this week.
This is not a nice week. Oh.
It's 2023 has been a real one. Let's just
we're starting off with a murder story. So just to kind of lighten things up, it
only goes downhill from here. By the way, goes downhill.
This is the lightest of
as far as I can see on like Netflix and stuff. That's what does the best. So that's what we're kicking off with. Murder.
Murder mystery.
We'll attract the female audience.
Get intrigue.
True crime.
True crime. There you go.
We don't get much of that. So
there you go. So guys, the first piece of news in the gaming world is streamer allegedly used YouTube channel to cover up a murder. British YouTuber Stephen McCullough has been accused of murder and faking a live stream in order to cover it up. According to Insider, UK prosecutors have accused McCullough of using YouTube to set up a 6-hour Grand Theft Auto Vice City stream to give himself an alibi on December 18th, 2022. What do you think of this?
Well, it's allegedly at the minute.
It is allegedly.
So we don't know if he done or not.
He also allegedly left his phone in the parents' house of his girlfriend and recorded conversations to see if they suspected him.
Wow.
These are there's
It's
a
not
lot of
looking good for
legendary.
him.
No, this is real bad looking.
I was thinking though back in the day when I was about, 17, 18, 19, and my ex was like, "Where are you?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm in the bed here, and I'll be in a nightclub or something." So that could be a good way to do it. Stay up a stream, have it playing back. I'm
Sneak out
streaming.
the
I can't
window.
talk to you. I can't talk to you right now. I'm streaming.
I saw some
murder.
of the stream, and it's like he did a real bad job of trying to fake this stream. When he opens up, going, "Well,
Yeah.
sorry, chat isn't working, so I can't respond to anybody. I'm just going to play video games here for a set amount of time and then leave."
Not suspect at all.
Not suspect in
Yeah.
the slightest, no.
That reminds me of the Fatter Ted episode where dude was like, "Now, if it comes out the same number, now it's nothing to do with us. Now, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know."
You know, the people who ran the last raffle actually ended up winning it. So it's
Yeah.
It's not an unusual
not
thing to
unheard
That's
happen.
not unusual. It's not
not unheard of.
Um,
But it's true because it's like it's the whole thing Aiden was saying. That's like he's probably again. I haven't watched his previous streams, but it's probably a case of he's never had this chat problem before, and then the day that he needs to be there live and to prove that he is live, like, "Oh, I can't read chat," and it's basically like a video, lads. But I'm telling you, I'm definitely here. Again, all allegedly, but it all seems very, very suspect.
yes.
If he's guilty, which I kind of think he is, I hope he burns in hell.
Yeah, for sure.
There you go.
Yeah, well, like I nearly said, "Oh Jesus," but I'm with you. I'm 100% with you.
Yeah.
Scum
It's-
of the highest order.
We will be keeping
The
you
person that killed
updated
this
with that
woman.
court case as it unfolds here in True Crime, the Republic of Players edition.
We try to find a true crime section every week.
Yeah. That's actually, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
definitely
Some video
coming.
Oh,
game
we-
related
oh.
crimes somewhere.
I mean,
no,
with some
we
of these
need
news-
like what you call like an intro video of like Ronan hitting a gavel or something. You know what I mean?
there
Like
you go,
the true crime section. Boom.
Yeah, and like John said earlier, the stories only go downhill from here. So, let's actually hit you with something a little bit more positive. So we got our PS Plus games for February, which I actually think there's some really good ones here. Evil Dead the game that came out. I think it was recently enough that came out. It's like a 5-player one of those like. What's the game?
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. Yeah,
Yeah.
people absolutely love that game. Like, I know a lot of people still playing that game religiously, and I think it's kind of in a similar vein of those games.
It's also very good.
It's good, is it? Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's a really good one of those.
It's not isometric. Is that the
no,
genre?
asymmetric.
No.
Asymmetric. There you go.
Yeah, asymmetrical.
Um,
Yeah.
It's one of those games that came out and didn't do well because Dead by Daylight's free and it isn't.
Okay.
All right, okay.
And I really think this could get on PS Plus. I see this as like a Rocket League sort of thing where this could really find an audience. It's
I
really
played
good.
Friday
the
the
Friday
13th
the
as
13th.
well.
Yeah, I played that. That was good. That was
Yeah.
decent enough.
What was the original one that came out?
Evolve.
Evolve. Yeah, like that's
That
that's
came
the
out
one
Evolve,
that tried
yeah.
it first,
four
wasn't
different
it?
times.
Yeah, because I remember there was a lot of hype around that because it was something new and
Massive
exciting.
hype.
But I don't think it ever reached the heights of Dead by Daylight.
In a
They
way,
made
it's kind of like
they made a
it's kinda
Predator
like
one as
the
well,
Le-
didn't they?
Yeah, but in a way, it's kind of just going back to what the original Left 4 Dead multiplayer was,
Okay.
where there's people play the bad guys and the other people play the survivors.
Yeah, the Predator
Yeah,
one. I
people
know.
love that.
Shout out to one of my friends, John Hart. He's a massive Alien and Predator fan, and he played that game and really enjoyed it as well. It just doesn't look as polished as you'd like, but it definitely has something going for it. And then we have Aiden. Did you play this Ollie Ollie World? I know I
This
played
game's
the
great.
original. Yeah,
This game is really good. It's just a really good, charming little, almost like a skateboard puzzler where like every level you have to try and get through and remember the patterns. It's a very fun, very charming game. It's the perfect free game.
it's not like a rhythm game where you have to get the ollies perfectly timed. I remember playing the original one and found it quite difficult. It's pixelated
is
graphics,
difficult.
isn't it?
Yeah, well, no, it's not as it looks a lot smoother than the original Ollie did. But yeah, and it's more you're moving around. Ollie was simpler. I think this is more like longer, more complicated paths, and they get really difficult.
Was this game ever for sale?
Yes,
Yeah.
I
How
bought
much
it
was it
like
for?
30.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like it.
You know, people
Really
love these
like it.
games. I'll definitely check that one out anyway.
Yeah.
And another one for Aiden, because I know you're a massive Destiny 2 fan. Do you want to tell us a bit about Beyond Light? Is this going to be worth picking up?
Having Beyond Light, if you're ever wanting to get into Destiny, having Beyond Light for free is brilliant. Beyond Light was the expansion. It was 2 expansions ago, but it came out with the first new class the game ever released, Stasis, which is really fun to use. The raid that you get for this expansion is one of my favorite raids in the game. The actual story is kind of short and kind of easy to get through, but having the base Destiny 2 plus this is a really great starting point. It adds a lot more to the base game if you want to try and get into the game.
Yeah, because the expansions, there was always a lot of hype around it, especially for the first one. I remember, was it Witch King, something of the Witch
Taken
King?
King.
The Taken King. That was very good, wasn't it?
That is the expansion that saved the game.
Yeah, because I played that and I thought this was it was really good at the time.
Yeah.
So definitely I'll be checking that out too.
Is there a Destiny 3 ever going to come?
I think they'll eventually have to do it, but they don't really see it as necessary yet. There's actually a new expansion for Destiny coming out at the end of this month. That's probably why this is free.
Do these games last nearly 10 years at a time? This time, don't they?
I've been playing Destiny 2 is like 6 or 7 years old now.
I think I played it once and I just couldn't do it.
It's not for everyone.
No. I got a few DLCs in with a friend of mine, Petty Practice, and no, it's good fun.
It's my favorite game ever.
The gameplay
Practice is really
very
a second
smooth.
name.
And the last one, I'd be interested in playing this one, Mafia, the Definitive Edition. This is the original Mafia game, obviously remastered. I remember when the original came out, it was extremely good for the time. And yeah, anyone played this new version?
I've only ever played the original Mafia. I played Mafia 2 as well.
Yeah, I've
Played
played Mafia 2.
3?
I didn't play that one.
I played like 20 minutes of 3 and I did not like how the driving felt.
Now, talk me through this game. What? Is
Okay,
it just
so-
like a gangster game? Is it a proper?
Yeah,
is it
yeah,
Grand
straight
Theft
up,
Auto?
yeah.
It's very much Grand Theft Auto with like less expansive open world.
And is it like
Probably-
old school gangster, like
Yeah,
I think
this is
Goodfellas is
yeah,
a game.
60s?
Yeah.
Oh, you're more than younger than the 60s,
Well, there's 2 different eras in the original Mafia. Time skips halfway through the game.
right?
So you get,
Because
like,
it's probably the
50s,
type of game
60s.
I'd like, to be fair. So it's always been in my like, oh yeah, I'll play that. I'll go for that. I just never touched it. So I think it would be.
Yeah, it has 50s, 60s. It has
I think
like
my
80s,
brothers
90s.
played it there. I think they loved it. So I definitely
It had a few elements as well it had a few elements as well, didn't it? That reminds me like of the Getaway. Like you had to keep within the traffic, like you had to keep within traffic like regulations and stuff like that, or else the police will get
because
you.
you don't want to get caught. You don't want to get caught by the old popo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get pulled up for speeding and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's not
It was
what you want.
way ahead of its time.
I'm just waiting for a gangster.
Well, the Getaway had that. The Getaway was a great game.
We need a
Getaway
gangster
was a great
game.
game.
We need a gangster game set in Dublin. It just needs to happen.
There
that.
was never Getaway 2, was there? It was only the original. I think was brilliant.
I think there was.
Was there?
But I never played it.
I think there was a Getaway too. Yeah,
Great
so.
game.
I never played it.
Is it called Black Monday?
Yeah, there was one called Black Monday.
Yeah.
Never played
I probably have it here somewhere. I was like, I don't know if it's here or not. I can't really visualize the box. I can't really visualize it.
That's a good collection of games, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Seems like there's something for everyone there. And
This is one of the strongest months of PS Plus I've seen in a long time.
yeah. Definitely.
What about the PS subscription base? What do you think of that? The new thing. The games are on that. Don't like it?
I think Sony has maybe probably the greatest library of old games of any publisher ever.
Right.
And I think that the games that aren't on that are
Do you think that they have a problem with the licensing?
most even the games that they own.
Yeah.
But
But maybe
aren't on it.
they could be just drip drabbing it. You know, they'll add a few this month, add a few next month.
You never
That's
know,
what you
yeah.
probably-
I've felt from the very beginning that Sony really didn't want to do it, but they had to because Game Pass existed.
yeah,
Yeah.
Game Pass is kicking ass.
And they
It
just,
is.
I don't, yeah, and the price is it 19 quid a month for the highest tier?
Yeah, and they didn't even ask me that I want to do it, and they just took the money out of my account because I had it on. That, you know, the way you could update
right.
every 3 months or something. like it did it automatically, and it just updated itself. And it's like, here, taking €50 off me, and I was like, relax there, Jesus, I'm not rich, I
Like,
play the same damn games as well, so like, give me that.
in terms of Game Pass, I'm just looking at a list of the games that are coming out this year. You're going to get Starfield, which is Bethesda's new one. Lies of Pi, which is the new Souls-like kind of game that looks quite interesting. I'm trying to
That's
see.
the Pinocchio one, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And then obviously you have Forza Motorsport, which I am very excited for.
Man,
Atomic Heart on the Game Pass is coming out this month. I've been looking at that game. That game's been coming out for so long that I thought it was a scam for ages, because they had these really nice like videos of it like 6 years ago, and there was never a release date. And it's finally coming out at the end of February, and I'm mad to play it because I've been following this game for so long that I want to see what it actually is. Atomic Heart. It's like a Russian game.
Atomic Heart. I think that's in.
I wouldn't. I saw people going, please just get it on Game Pass. Don't put any money towards it.
It's been coming out for so long. It's been coming out for so long, and there's been really good quality, like cinematic videos of it for ages. Yeah, it looks insane. I still don't know what it is, if I'm being completely honest with you.
I just want it.
I think the issue with, suppose, comparing Game Pass with the PS service, with Game Pass, you just pay the subscription and you have everything there. With the different tiers on PlayStation, it's quite difficult to know what you're getting for, which tier that you're purchasing. I've never been
a really confusing system.
Yeah, I've never been interested in it because of that. Like,
Game Pass is for PC people too. Do you know what I mean? It's PC and Xbox.
I get both. Age of Empires 1, 2, and 3 is there.
Yeah. 2 just came out in Game Pass. Is that right? Did I see
on Xbox? Yeah, there is a console version of it.
I think.
Oh, it's the Age of Empires that came out last year. I got that one. Is it Age of Empires 4?
Yeah,
I got that.
That was very good.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah, really great.
The only thing is, I like that, but I'd rather different type of RTS game where you build up the economies as well. That's more about fighting. It's just basic battling. Whereas
more about Civilization.
Yeah, more. I'd rather that kind of.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you ever heard of Civilization? Have you ever heard of a little game called Civilization?
I have.
Or European Universalis, if you want to get really in depth into economies.
I was playing a few of the RTS games. I do really enjoy them.
The one I'm playing now in that vein is Mount and Blade, the new Mount and Blade Warband on PlayStation.
I've never played a Mount and Blade game.
Yeah, it's quite good. Like, it's RPG elements with real-time strategy. There's a very good battle system where you are in a battlefield and you kind of recruit guys into your army. You start off obviously very small and you can end up owning an empire, but it's really good. It's slow paced and you can kind of jump in and out, which I like.
I was playing Total War Empire.
Yeah, Total War games are, to me, they're the best strategy games out there.
Total War games they're very.
The Warhammer games are just phenomenal. Rome is brilliant as well.
But they're very addictive. Yeah. You end up sitting there for ages and just click.
Yeah.
They're the sort of game that your session ends at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
It's that. I think it's a good laptop game. Definitely.
It is.
Sitting watching TV.
Yeah.
It's
a good one with kids, Paddy, because you can just pause it and walk away.
Just click it and let it play for a bit. Just walk back over to it.
Do your few bits and then walk away.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the next piece of news, guys, this was quite interesting. Assassin's Creed Valhalla Dawn of Ragnarok wins first Grammy Award for Best Score Soundtrack for video games and interactive media. Somebody that, I'm not a massive fan of Assassin's Creed, but by God, the music is phenomenal in every one of those games, particularly Black Flag. So I'm glad that Ragnarok is after getting this Grammy. It's a female composer, isn't it? I don't have the...
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah.
I have one problem with this award.
What's that?
A woman won it. No,
it should have come out a couple of years ago, so Doom Eternal could have won it.
Is it the first year it's had the award? Like, it's been invented this year, has it?
Yes.
Fair enough.
I wish it came out earlier.
Maybe they can do like a classic award. This deserved this back then. Platinum. Platinum Jubilee.
The Undertale Award for best soundtrack that's ever existed.
Tony Hawk's 2. Just
Oh
straight
God,
in.
Paddy, that's
Oh yeah. Oh,
that's a hard shout.
That'd be great.
Why? Tony Hawk's 2 was good.
Which do I like
what?
more, Undertale or Tony Hawk's 2?
What was the other one? The old football games. They used to have
which one
great
had the
ones.
Ramones
FIFA.
in it?
The old FIFA soundtracks.
All FIFA
Oh well, the
soundtracks used to be
FIFAs.
good.
Yeah, all the FIFA.
Back
Yeah,
when
yeah.
FIFA being
That's
a
kinda
FIFA
cheating.
game used to make you as
It
a
is.
band.
It's not originally created for that game.
Yeah, it's just let's get a load of
How
of
do you
bangers
know?
together
Maybe that's
and
what they
just
had in
throw that
mind.
to the soundtrack.
Like, I know I'm playing it at the moment, but by God, Bloodborne has an unbelievable score.
Oh yeah.
Like every
Not wrong.
boss, the intro, the theme music for that game is just crazy. Very good, very
I
good
would-
as well.
I would actually completely say the same about Destiny. I love the fact that the composers that do Destiny's music suit the soundtrack to each raid completely differently. Like there's one where you fight on machines, and the last boss song is just this cool, dark, electronic sounding thing, and it's like the soundtracks they do are incredible.
It's not the
Nice.
same as the Halo composers, is it? Ed?
No, it's not Martin O'Donnell.
Okay, let's just
Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Just really
Yeah,
quickly,
yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog 1.
good shout.
All those songs live rent free in my head.
Gain
I-
Ground for the Mega Drive.
That's actually, I know we'll probably be, struck off YouTube, but if we could get something like a show where we just run through
Sorry.
different pieces of music, even if it's just small clips, I think that'd be quite interesting. Our
I
favorite
love that.
game of music.
Or
I
like
think
you
it'd
put
be-
the music up and you have to guess what game it's from.
Yeah, I think we should do something like that.
I think if you
Pretty
stick
good.
with older games, you'd
Could
probably
do.
get away with that.
Would you? Stay
Yeah,
away from
probably.
Nintendo because they seem
Because
to
a
strike
lot of
everything.
YouTubers use old game music as like their background music.
Cool.
I'm very sure like the old Mario games and stuff was free stuff with they use free sounds and everything out there because you can hear them in kids' toys and everything these days, and they're just using the same sounds.
Nice.
Da-da-da-da-da. It's a me, Mario.
We could do we could do that. We could do a mode or a game show mode where Paddy or someone sings the songs at us, and we have to try and guess what they are.
But you're
Like,
you're the singer, John.
da-da-da-da-da.
You're the singer, and then it ends up, we're making a band. Yes.
Yes, game music band.
That's it.
How do
That
I
would work.
how do I mix Paddy
That
and
would
a
work.
cappella together?
Not very well.
You need a lot of auto-tune, that's the only issue.
Oh, burn! First burn in the series goes to Ronan.
Paddy
Won't be the
Power.
last, I tell you. Won't be the last.
I should have like a burning sound on my soundboard here for any burns that are given. Let's move on with this piece of news that nobody wants to talk about. Deepfake porn creator deletes internet presence after tearful Atrioc apology. This was bad,
Disgusting.
and
Yeah.
he's probably never
Yep.
going to be
It's
seen
pretty.
again.
It's pretty fucking bad, to be fair.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
There's the first
It's-
swear as well.
it's- Sorry about that. But
You're all right.
what it is, it's not. It's not only that the whole thing is like horrendous, like, but it's the fact that like it's of people he works with online as well. So it's just like they're never going to be like. It's going to be so freaking weird. Like they could never work with him again because
I don't
they'll be
think
like,
he'd even be friends
I-
with him again or
No.
talk to him again. Or
that's what I'm saying. It's strange. And like if you know anything about it, like one of the people that was implied in it was Cutie Cinderella, who was like the girlfriend or wife of Ludwig, and like they collab all the
Who's
time.
his best friend?
Wow,
Yeah, it's just very very strange.
it's dark.
it's horrible. That's what it is.
Yep.
I know Aiden wants to
Anyone
talk
else?
about it.
Happy the website's gone.
Yeah, shut
Yeah, no,
down.
shut
Yeah, the
definitely.
website's been taken down.
Wasn't there an issue with
And,
these
I think-
creators had to pay a lot of money for that to happen, which is not right either.
No, this guy willingly took it down after.
Oh, he
all.
willingly
No, there
did it. Okay.
Yeah, no, there was other women. There was women that were doing it before this happened. They were trying to get their images taken down from different websites and trying to keep up with the people doing it, and it just wasn't happening. But it's horrible that women have to go
But in
through
fact-
this. Go on, John.
Yeah, no, it is. It's absolutely no. I agree with you, Patty. It's absolutely horrendous. But like, it's like, oh yeah, I took it down. It's like, yeah, you took it down when there was a massive spotlight put on you and you didn't want to get sued.
Oh yeah,
He is
Yeah.
getting
right.
sued anyway. By the way, it's not like, oh, you know, I did it goodness of my own heart. Like there should be no good thing about him taking it down. He would have never have done it if
See,
this
that's-
wasn't such a big scandal.
Him getting sued might be a massive problem
Why?
because depending on how you read the law, it could be completely legal.
Yeah,
And if it goes to court and they don't win against them, now there's a precedent set, and that's a problem.
it really does.
I
Do you
completely
how
agree
much,
with you, but you. Sorry, Paddy, you work away.
I was saying, how much rights do you have to your own images when it's publicly displayed online?
Yeah, that's what's the scary thing about this is it might just get worse.
Yeah, I read there's only 2 states in
But-
America that have laws around this, which is quite scary.
But again, we've already opened up the porn box, all right. So it's like it's the exact same thing of when revenge porn, like that whole scandal back like 5-6
Yeah,
years ago,
that
where
was
like
horrible.
legal everywhere, and it took like a legal precedence to be like it. Fair enough, if you lose the case, you get the opposite legal precedent that you don't want, but you need to get
You have
these
to be
things
hopeful.
laws getting through. You have to be hopeful. You have to try and fight these things.
But it's against the law now, isn't it? For
I don't
revenge
trust
porn?
the American legal
Yeah.
system. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
problem.
That's another problem as well. The rest of the world follows bloody America.
Yeah.
Just whatever they do, Ireland especially follows.
No, I
like,
know. To be fair, GDPR would protect that, I think, pretty well in Europe.
Yeah, but your
Yeah.
data, like if you go like React videos and stuff, like just taking it back away from porn. If I took this now and I reacted to it, am I not using your images without your consent? Do you know what I mean? And just like a minimalist way of looking at it, like that's not illegal.
But there's also false representation though, because if you're reacting to a video of someone, that's something they actually said, whereas the deepfake is not them, and
It's
they're
not them
using their
doing it.
image to twist whatever narrative you want.
But like, what if they put up on the star of the video, like South Park says these images may represent somebody that looks like somebody in the public, but it's not them.
Oh, and I'd say they do.
didn't.
I'd say they do.
They didn't. No, they didn't. That was the-
No, but
they
I'm saying
didn't even
they-
do the bare
But,
minimum.
but
Come
they
on.
could do that. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and that's the problem as well.
I
Not
would've
that I'm
assu- I
not
would've-
saying
I
what to
would've
do
assumed
here,
they
lads.
did.
I'm not telling you how to do it, but just saying, don't be doing it. It's horrible.
We'll be keeping an eye on that court case as well. We've a lot of court cases to
I don't
keep
think
an
it's a
eye on
court
this.
case. I don't think it's a court case yet. Well, it's a
No,
court case
they,
for
well,
It will
Did
be
they
though,
do
won't
suing
it?
the guy who owned the website.
they're suing him, are they?
Yeah.
I think she's
Okay.
she's suing the guy who owns
The
site.
creator.
We'll say who had it up in the first place.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel sorry for the poor girl that was sitting beside her fella when he was trying to tell the world he was
Yeah.
sorry for.
If anyone
Looking at
has a
Like,
second,
Jesus
go and look at that
Christ.
apology. It's
Oh, don't
cringy.
don't do it to yourself.
it's bloody horrible. The poor woman that has to go through
Yeah.
that. Not just the people, the other people, her as well, are sitting there going, I don't know why he done it. Am I not good enough? It's like, what the
Oh,
Yeah.
hell?
it's awful.
It's not a great story.
And by the
anyway.
way, also there's a lot of trolls out there, and it's Twitter, so you gotta take Twitter with a pinch of salt. But there's a load of people on that filter-ridden site that's basically just like, oh, it's okay, but sure, it's like Jesus, it's just calm down. It's not even her. Jesus, it's not even an issue. What are you, Jesus? Yeah, oh, snowflakes and all that.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
I,
people that are all.
I imagine it was your sister. Imagine it was your girlfriend. Imagine it was your
missus, yeah.
mother. Then we'll talk about the opinion.
But it's easy to sit at a keyboard and write stuff.
Yeah. One of the women
Yeah.
was saying that she's having a lot of problems looking at her own body now since it, because obviously that's not her. And maybe it's what she thinks is a better image of herself, and it makes her feel bad
True.
about herself and stuff like that. Like, women go through that a lot, and it's hard enough.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, men look in the mirror and see big, muscly, frosty fellas. Well, I do anyway.
Big is the word I would use.
I see that every day in the mirror, man.
Do you know, like that Simpsons episode where he's sitting there, oh yeah, like that. And the women are usually look better looking, and they're looking at themselves look horrible. So it's just like the mindset is completely different. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Open this on
The next piece of news is maybe I told you so. So
I
Google
don't think it
Stadia's
is.
We all
cloud
did.
gaming platform has been shut down, guys.
Our favorite punching bag.
Yeah, it was. We said it before it came out. We said it during, and now it's gone. And I think it was shut down at the end of
sat on the
January.
other side of the fence there, and I was kind of like, no, it's going to do brilliantly, and it's going to be the Netflix of gaming, and it's going to be this, and it's going to be that, and it's going to be everything. And then you have to realize it's Microsoft, and they don't care. It's just like, or Google, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah,
Actually,
Microsoft are the ones that are doing it right.
Microsoft did it
Microsoft did a
correctly.
pretty good job of it.
Yeah. Ah, well, whatever their names are. Google.
I've said this a million times, and you know what? Just for craps and giggles, I'm going to say it one more time. The problem with Stadia was not only with the freaking other stuff being way better than like Game Pass or whatever, but the subscription model was just downright bonkers. You subscribed for the privilege of buying our games. It was so effing stupid.
And we'll throw in one really crap old cheap game every month.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
Destiny.
Was it Destiny 1 or 2?
Their pitch.
No, I actually,
That was their pitch.
the one thing I will say, I'm going to miss Stadia because Stadia made it so that people could set up free Destiny 2 accounts and then they'd create bots that would hold checkpoints in games. So that service is now gone and I'll miss that.
Here.
Has anyone played it here? No? Has anyone played?
Nope.
No.
I'm looking for a
Heck
controller. If anyone has a
no,
controller
he's
they want to
talking
sell me for cheap, get
No.
on to me.
It's retro now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
retro.
I-
It's dead.
I still want the controller. I want.
Yeah, it
I
was a
like
stupid
controllers.
idea. It came to an inevitable conclusion. That's really it, I think.
Yeah.
I still remember when we were first. I think it was maybe I was not, but when I was here first and we were discussing it, and we're going over the subscription model, and
That's where it died.
I thought you were explaining it wrong because I was like, no, that can't be what it is.
But technically,
It's just
you do the
it's-
same thing with PlayStation and Xbox.
In terms
No,
of
but you
that,
get but you have to pay for the games after the subscription.
I know,
Stadia,
but
you had to
but
pay a
you're buying
subscription.
if you're subscribing by PlayStation by buying PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
And you're subscribing by buying an Xbox.
Yeah,
And then you have to buy the games.
yeah.
So it's
Yes.
technically the same thing.
You don't have to buy the games.
It doesn't matter if it's technically
no,
the
but-
same thing. Optically, it's completely different.
Technically.
But
and
Game
no,
Pass-
no, I'm only asking questions.
But
It's-
it's not at all.
the idea was good, but the execution
Oh,
was
someone
not
will
there.
make this work.
The idea wasn't good.
No, as in the idea of a streaming service. Like, it is going to happen eventually, but
Yeah, someone will make this work.
It is happening. Really.
Absolutely.
well, it is happening.
Yeah,
Game
they-
Pass,
they-
yeah.
but
It's just I always
Yeah,
thought like
play-
you need to be able to download the game so it's on your system, that you're not, I suppose, against the internet you have coming into the house, because like, as far as I can tell, no matter what internet you have at the moment, maybe if you have, you know, the best internet in Ireland, you're still going to have moments where it's not going to run perfectly, like.
Mhm.
And I think
Yeah.
that's the issue, and that's what it'll take away from. It's never going to be used in esports because of that. And that's why I think that, you know, the hardware is
Just
still going to
came
be
in too
there.
early.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
But
it's still
Like
going
a
to be there for a long
Dreamcast kind
time.
of job.
I think that no matter what, it's never going to be for us.
No.
But
next
I
generation.
think there's a large amount of people out there that it probably will be for, and I think it will eventually work.
It'll eventually work
some
where you have the
point.
infrastructure. We just don't
Yeah.
have
oh, it will.
infrastructure at all.
It will eventually work. yeah.
Microsoft are trying to put their Game Pass streaming app onto smart TVs, and I think that's probably the way it'll work.
Yeah, give people a chance to use it first before, I suppose, you know, if you have Game
Yeah.
Pass on the PC, you can just jump in and play a single player game on the TV.
But let's face it, if you could put it on your TV and it has the same quality as a good quality PC, you'd be in. Like, you save you
It's-
buying a
I
big
think,
PC.
I think it's the new LG TVs come out next year, come out with the Game Pass streaming app. It comes with Xbox Series X controller,
Cool.
and it comes with a 3-month subscription to Game Pass. And I
That's cool.
think if that
That's cool.
happens,
It
that's
the
honestly
way to
feels
do
like
it. Give them
Xbox
to
is
give
just
it
going to
for
jump
free
out in
and-
front.
Well, it's not for free, obviously, but it feels like you're getting a little bit
Yeah.
added on with your new TV.
It-
I'll be
It
interested
feels
in
like
checking that out.
Xbox is going to jump ahead of PlayStation big time with the way things are going.
I think we might end up like at a pretty even keel. soon
Not if they
enough,
keep
because
doing stuff like that, like with
I
the
know
TV
that, but at
and
the same time,
I don't. Sorry, Ian.
what?
I was
feels
going
like
to
you're
say,
lagging
I don't
behind,
even
John,
think
or something.
Microsoft care about that. I probably, it's probably my internet.
I think
but
you are
like,
a little
if I don't think Microsoft even care about who wins. If Microsoft could put Game Pass on Sony, on the PlayStation, they would do it.
Yeah, but
They-
do you think it's like?
they don't care?
Do you think it's like that relationship? You know, where the one person's kind of over the relationship and the other person isn't. So they're like, I don't give a shit anymore. It's fine. Do you know what I mean? So Xbox are just completely winning. It's just like,
Yeah.
well.
The thing that will save Sony in the long run is they built up a nice selection of premier games that people really want to play.
Yeah.
True.
And that's
They
what saves
are
them.
great.
Games like whatever Naughty Dog make next, whatever the next God of War is, these games are
Grand
like,
Theft Auto.
yeah, well, Grand Theft Auto, but these games are at the peak of like single player games. These games sell so much that these will continue to sell consoles for them.
It's Last of Us next because that'd be a good segue.
Yeah, The Last of Us is next. So we're
Also,
going to talk.
Sony owns Bungie,
We're going to
so
talk
they have
about the
that as
TV
well.
show, a non-spoiler chat, because Aidan, you haven't watched the show just yet.
No, I had
Have you-
intended.
have you played the game?
Played the first couple hours of the first one.
Okay. Well, to be honest with you, I think just to start the conversation, I think this show is worth playing regardless whether you've played the game or not. I think it's so well written. The characters, everyone kind of hits the mark anyway for me.
Yeah.
I just watched the controversial episode 3 last night, which I absolutely loved. I thought it was really well written. The character building in it was phenomenal.
You say controversial, but the people complaining about it seem to be assholes. So
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
And that's
I was
exactly
going to say
right.
it's controversial.
I
in
know-
the sense
I know
of-
In
what
the sense
happens
that
everywhere.
the Twitter brigade
Bigoted
were out
asshole.
on. Yeah.
Well, I watch a bit of Ben Shapiro sometimes, just to see what he says. Don't agree with a lot of stuff he says, but he was completely an idiot about it. To be honest with you, I was just like, "This, you're just saying this stuff to be yourself." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no need for what you're saying. He was like, they didn't build it. They didn't do any character building. They didn't make the show progress in any manner at all. It was this, that, and
exactly
the other
what
thing.
they did.
It's like chill out. It's a story. You know what I mean?
Sometimes
Right.
it's okay to
It's
take a
story.
second and
Ben Shapiro's media takes are some of the funniest videos you could ever watch.
But sometimes I agree with him, but a lot of them I don't. That's just
Oh.
it's just the way Ben Shapiro is. But he does things to be controversial. But I really enjoyed it. I watched it with my my partner Pam, and she cried her eyes out. So and I didn't cry. Don't tell anyone. But the
And
but she
also-
cried. She cried her eyes out, and I could see like it was pure, like it was true to her, and she
Yeah.
felt it. Like, and that's how good storytelling should be. Do you know what I mean? And I said, if you're in a world where looks like the world is about to end and you had much hope, like it's a very good episode. It could actually, like, if the world ended, stuff like that could happen. Do you know what I mean? Where people are stuck together.
gives you hope, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, but it's nice.
I
Sounds
liked
like
it.
it'll win the Emmy.
But
I thought it was the best
Oh, yeah, I'd
episode
say so.
out
I
of
said
the 3 that I watched.
what's my man's name? Offerman. I think he's definitely going to win something off of it. It's a
Like Offerman.
fantastic performance.
Yeah.
It's as well as a friend of mine. We were talking about it when the first 2 episodes came out. He was like, "I'm really enjoying the show, and I know this sounds stupid, but I hate the fact that I know everything that's going to happen, and the fact that they're following the story of the game so well is that things aren't a surprise for me, and that's actually kind of making me not enjoy it as much." And then I was talking to him later, and he because of the fact he actually loved how they went completely left field with the 3rd episode. Because
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey, I hadn't seen that before. That was actually something new and enjoyable, and that was cool."
Yeah,
And I could enjoy that even as a fan of the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
totally agree.
I now that this podcast is back, I'll catch up for next week. I had intended to wait till the series is over and watch it in one go, but I'll just so
You
we
might
can
as well
talk
watch it
about it
now.
here. I'll keep
Yeah,
up.
you might as well watch
It's
it
a
now.
good show. Great, like the setting is unbelievable. The atmosphere they have right. What
I have
really
a huge man crush on Pedro Pascal, so like that helps.
he can't do
Always
anything
helps,
wrong,
always
can he? In
helps.
fairness,
Oh,
though?
he's the
That's
best.
Cannot do anything wrong.
Pedro.
He should definitely be in Mario.
Have any
Ever
of you
since he got his
seen-
eyes crushed in Game of Thrones.
Have any of you seen the Nicolas Cage movie with him?
No.
No.
No, but I
it's-
want to.
Oh, it's
What's it
so
called?
good. It's called The Massive Weight of Enormous Talent or something like that.
No, I haven't seen that.
Nicolas Cage
Yeah.
plays himself,
Right.
and he's down on his luck and gets hired to. He gets hired to fly out to a millionaire's birthday party because he's a super fan of Nicolas Cage,
Wow.
and he also might be a mafia boss.
Spoiler
It's-
alert.
Fantastic! It's so funny.
Is it on
Pedro
Netflix
Pascal plays the Nicolas Cage super fan.
Cool.
instead of you being playing his super fan?
Uh,
No, I'm really enjoying The Last of Us. It's adapted it a little bit, which I like because I was the same thing where I was sitting there going, oh, I know what happens here, because you know at the end of on episode 3,
Yeah.
because it's hard to talk about, but it does divert a little bit from the original story, and that's what's good. So you don't really know what's coming along in The Last of
Yeah.
Us, and I want them to adapt the world because I've already
Yeah.
played the game 4 or 5 times, so it's good to see something different. Because I remember, I think it was you were saying you don't want them to do that story, you want them to do a different story from the same world, which would work well. Do you know, like, so like if you did it,
Yeah.
but they're adapting a little bit, so you know a little bit more what's going on in the whole universe.
I
think that works
didn't want the same story until
Yeah.
I seen the first episode and seen how well they did it.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
I'd always feel like, you know, they're trying too hard, they're trying to copy the game, but I just felt like there was moments in it where I felt like it was playing the game, and then it'd take you out of it, and it's like, oh, I'm in a TV show. Like it's so well done.
We're
And
all
I'm-
just waiting for the giraffe
Yeah.
scene. Let's face it, we're
We
all
are.
waiting for the giraffe scene.
Oh, yeah.
They may change it to elephants or something and go wild.
Pulse. Dog wants to get in
And
on the
hey,
stream.
I'm going to say as well, they've already confirmed that season 2 is going to be based on The Last of Us 2. So we get to have one of the most divisive games in all of humankind be turned into a TV show.
I never
Divisive,
actually
but
played
also
The
one of
Last
the
of Us
best
2.
games of that year.
I love The Last of Us 2, by the way. I really
love
like
it?
The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Like it was my game of the year that year.
It was many
we did it on
people's
the
game of the
podcast.
year.
It was.
Have to play it.
So we will move on, guys, to just to let everyone know we are going to be doing a reaction to Nintendo Direct right after this show. We're going to finish up and then we're going to go live once again for the Nintendo Direct and see what's happening over there. But just before we finish up on news, we do have games releasing this February, just to see is there anything here that you are interested in. So we'll start at the start of February and move through. We have Deliver Us from Mars on the 1st. On the 2nd, we have Speedway Racing. The 3rd, we have Spellforce Conquest. Also on the 3rd, Scorchlands. The 9th, Hogwarts Legacy. But if you got the special edition, you get that a day early, isn't it? 2 days early. Yesterday.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
The 10th, Wanted Dead. Also on the 10th, a game called Blanc. 14th, Souls of Kronos. On the 14th, Returnal is coming to PC, which I actually want to try that game out because it was well reviewed at the time.
Same.
In your interest in that as well.
Yeah.
We can go back over these anyway, and we can talk about games that you're looking forward to. The Last Starship, that's on PC early access on the 15th. Tales of Symphonia Remastered on the 16th. On the 17th, The Settlers New Allies also on the 17th. Wild Hearts. The 21st, Seven Doors. The 22nd, Digimon World. The 22nd, Horizon Call of the Mountain. The 22nd, Redemption Reapers. The 23rd, Company of Heroes 3. Kerbal Space Program 2 on the 23rd.
That's happening.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, that's an interesting one as well. On the 24th is Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe on the Switch. The 24th, Octopath Traveler 2. And the 28th, Destiny 2 Lightfall. Obviously,
There goes my life for a while.
What life?
I'm going to say this now. This first 2 months has been the strongest first 2 months for Japanese RPGs that I've ever seen.
It looks like a
Fair enough.
fairly packed out month. In
I
fairness.
want to play Tales of Symphonia.
Did you
I
say,
wanna play Digimon World, and I want to play Octopath Traveler 2.
Did you say
Octopath
Atomic
Traveler.
Heart? That should have been out. I think that's the 21st.
Say that
What
again.
was that?
I already talked. Well, is an Atomic Hearts out this month as well, though, right?
To
I
be
know I
honest
talked
with you,
about it
John,
earlier, but
I
don't
went
think
through
saw it on
them.
the
There
list.
was like a list of a lot more than I have here.
A million. That's not all the ones. That's perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
that makes
So
sense then.
is Atomic Heart out this month as well?
Yeah, it was out in Game Pass, I think. I saw it on the
Okay.
Game Pass list.
Mm.
But that's there as well.
So a lot of games.
It is a lot of games. There's
A lot of
some
games, man.
Company of
Are they-
Heroes. That third game of Company of Heroes. I'd be interested in seeing that. Oh, actually, I have Sons of the Forest as well. The sequel to the Forest.
Yeah, that
which
should
is
be
also really
interesting. Yeah.
Oh, I've made really like the Forest. Never played it.
Yeah, the first one is quite scary.
So you played Hogwarts probably.
Yeah,
Is anyone
I
getting
knew-
Hogwarts?
I tell you, after the reviews, I'm pretty interested in picking it up.
I really want to play it
same.
at
Well-
some stage, but I'm pretty busy
I'll
with
see.
games. There's a
I was
lot
never
coming
really.
out.
I was never really a Harry Potter fan, but the game does look fun. Like I never watched any of the movies or read any of the books.
You
So
what?
It's not. that way I wouldn't be interested. But the game does.
You've
look
never
cool,
watched
as in, like,
any of the movies.
I watched. I watched. I started watching them during the pandemic, and I gave up on
Oh, that's
The
fine.
Prisoner of Azkaban because the end
That's
of
the-
Prisoner of Azkaban was one of the
That's the
stupidest
second one,
sentences
isn't
I've ever seen in a movie.
That's the best
I have no
movie.
idea. The Prisoner
best
of
book
Azkaban
as well.
is
The third one, yeah.
stupidest ending in the world. Stupidest
Why?
ending in the
What is
world.
the ending?
It was all. Let's
Time
go
travel.
back in time, and the whole movie never happened. The whole movie never happened. So I was like, well, I just wasted 2 hours of my life. Good day to you, sir. And I haven't watched one since, and I never will.
But how do you know it didn't affect the future? You didn't check out the next movie.
It's fine.
You know how
It's,
I know?
it's kind of
Because
weird of lads
it's
of
a-
our age to have not seen Harry Potter. To be honest,
Do they
I
ever?
was-
Do
I
they
grew up
ever?
a super
Do they
fan.
ever use the time turner again?
Yes, and the very end.
there's a lot of things
Thanks
they
for the
never do
spoilers.
again.
Thanks.
It's like
Spoiled
the house points don't mean anything after a few. Do you know, like the first
What?
first.
Yeah.
There's actually one of the major criticisms of Rowling as an author was she would bring a new aspect of the world in one book and then forget about it in the next book, and then people would complain about it and then it'd be brought back in the next book just because
Yeah.
she was reminded.
Is
that
she a billionaire?
She was. I don't
I'd
think she is
say so.
anymore.
Yeah, well then maybe they should criticize themselves because she's very very rich.
No.
Yeah, it was never. It was never 40.
Wealth does not mean quality of person.
You never know.
So it's
Just look at Rupert Murdoch.
going by the reviews. It's come out. It's getting 9s, 8s across the board. Seems to be selling extremely well. And,
Yeah, it was the
and
number one game on Twitch yesterday as well.
number
Well,
one
it kind
game
of sounds
on
like
Twitch.
it sounds like a fun game. To be fair,
It
Like,
does.
if you like that,
It
yeah,
looks
if you like
real
that
fun
type.
to play.
I have
Who
no
does-
interest in Harry Potter. I was always kind of on, like, I'm a massive Lord of the Rings fan, and that would have been my kind of fantasy obsession growing up.
Yes.
And
Yes,
Harry
yes,
Potter just
Ronan.
never ever did it for me. I don't like the movies. The acting is questionable, and definitely the first one anyway.
The first two are terrible.
But this game, honestly, what I've seen of it, and I've watched a couple of streams on Twitch, it looks like a hell of a lot of fun. And even I've seen some reviews saying even if you're not a Harry Potter fan, this is still a good video game. So
Harry Potter
Yeah, it looks
PlayStation
fun.
1 game was pretty good.
Fun.
I actually went back and played that 6 months ago.
Yeah, it's a good game. The PlayStation 1 version.
I got the PC version.
Playing Quidditch.
yeah,
I
that's,
never-
Quidditch World
I
Cup
never
was a
played it.
decent game.
I'm
Yeah,
sure I played
they're all
that as
good
well.
games.
There's no
Was it
Quidditch
good?
in this game, is there?
I don't know.
No, that's
No.
a big talking point. Well, it's not the biggest talking point.
To me-
but
to me,
it's a big
not.
talking point.
To me, not having it's kind of a big plus because Quidditch is one of the dumbest games ever made.
It is.
Yeah. It doesn't make much sense.
DLC,
It doesn't
baby.
make any sense.
It's like the whole game doesn't matter if you catch the snitch.
Yeah.
What are you playing for? Let's all go for the snitch.
You can choose.
Yeah, but
to
it's
end the game when
really
you're
hard to
losing.
catch the snitch. It's really
No, but just go
hard.
for the snitch. Just go for the snitch.
It's a game that you can
Everybody,
choose.
everybody
to
go for
lose.
the freaking snitch.
It doesn't matter how many points you score. If you get the snitch, you win. 300 points to Gryffindor. Don't chew on my monitor.
I can do what I want, Penny.
No, the dog is sitting there trying to chew on the monitor. Go away.
Guys, I'm going to play since we're talking about it, we have a new reaction scene, and hopefully this works out for us. We're going to play the Harry Potter
In light of your
Hogwarts trailer
unique situation,
in our
joining
new
us
reaction
as a
scene
Scythia,
How do we
we've
watch this?
devised something extraordinary
by
to
opening up
ensure your
YouTube.
Which trailer are we looking for?
We got it today.
We kind of forgot about
A
this
lot
part.
to absorb on your first day.
With my internet, are you joking?
Just nod and look amused. Paddy.
How long is this trailer?
Ordinary
I think it's 2 minutes. I started
now
again.
you're
That's
confused.
not fun.
Can't believe
2
I'm
minutes. 30
Professor
seconds.
Weasley has asked
You
that
can
your
watch videos on
professors
this,
give
can't
you
we? Yeah, that's
instruction
from PlayStation?
outside of the ordinary
PlayStation, yeah.
You have much to learn.
You have the benefit of
Watch
an
this.
exceptional skilled team of witches and wizards to guide
Hey, what are we watching? What are we watching?
The
surprise
Harry
for
Potter
you.
trailer.
I'm
gonna watch this
you
back.
both innate
Gonna react.
and learn.
React.
Done it!
I am wary of how much time
Wow.
Reception,
Wow, man.
reaction.
spending
so
away
far
from the
behind.
castle.
No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this
quite
one
magic.
anyway.
What
is.
do they want with a Hogwarts student?
I have a rare ability
Lads.
to see whispers of ancient magic. Extraordinary. It's a powerful
That's
magic
right,
that should
your
only
name.
be
It's not
wielded
you
by a
can
select
fucking do
few.
about it.
The question is here, right?
That guy looks like he's from Dark
It's
Souls.
terribly
Uh-huh.
dangerous,
If you were in the
but I do
world
not know
of
where
Harry
it
Potter,
leads.
what house would you be in?
I just want to chill, relax, smoke some grass. So I'd be in freaking Hufflepuff, no problem.
Hufflepuff. You'll be in Hufflepuff.
I think I'd probably be a Ravenclaw.
Over to Rowan.
I don't know, to be honest. What's the difference?
There's the heroic house, there's the sneaky house, there's the smart aleck house, and there's the stoner house.
Okay.
Yeah, Stoner House. Yeah.
To put it politely, yeah. Gryffindor. I think I'd be a Slytherin, to be honest.
Let's even her, shall we?
I'm not gonna lie.
A man that knows who he is.
I mean, graphically, it looks amazing.
It does, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll pick it up on
course.
sale. Hopefully, it'll come free to PS Plus some stage. Be nice. But yeah, paying 80 quid for a game in this day and age, it has to be something that I'm really looking forward to.
Hmm.
I'm gonna
Harry
get it
Potter
from
is definitely one that I'm not.
Pamela.
My month's
will love
gaming
it.
budget
She
is
loves
going on
it.
Destiny.
Resident Evil 4 now, that'll be got day one.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So we have very little time left, guys. 7 minutes before Nintendo Direct. So we might what do you reckon, we sign off and get ready for our reaction show?
Yeah,
Sweet.
sounds good to me.
Sure. Yeah.
Just anyone that is watching the show now or in the future, please do sub to the YouTube channel. We are trying to get 1,000 subs this year. This is the goal that we've set, and also we're going to be on all podcasting platforms as well, Spotify, iTunes. Just download a podcast application and you'll be able to find us. Aiden's going to sort out the MP3 for that for us, so thank you,
He's a
Aiden.
legend.
And yeah, so next week we're going to be talking more news. Topic of the week, we'll get time to do it next week. We may do hopes for the future, or we might talk about Chat GPT, which is the AI craze that's sweeping the internet at the moment. I'm not using it for work to send emails, I promise.
or texting me back. Sounds like a robot.
I'm not using it to write
Yes,
songs.
Doesn't
Sounds
sound
like a
like
good
robot.
idea,
You can
Paddy.
tell it what you want it to sound like as well. It's really good.
But
Um,
I had so much fun making it write songs.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Writing stories, songs, scripts for YouTube.
Yeah.
It's
Sounds
good.
awesome.
Check it out. And yeah, this has been the Republic of Players Season 2, Episode 1. My name is Ronan. I'm here with Paddy. Thank you so much. John, Aiden. Guys, where can they find you? Starting with Paddy.
Public of Players. There you go.
There you go. John?
2-0 for gaming on everything. The TOOLD for gaming. Just go and have a look.
It's been that long and I already forgot how to spell your name.
And Aiden?
I'm on Twitter, Aiden616, spelled the Irish way, so it's AODHAIN.
Perfect, guys. Thank you so much. This has been a blast, and we'll see you over on the Nintendo Direct where we react to what's going on over there. See you later, guys.